Hey, good friend. Welcome to the channel. I'm Dr. Bayin. I'm a board certified internal medicine doctor. And in this video, I wanted to share with you 3 things that help me lose belly fat and get 4-pack abs. Okay? Number 1, consistency. Hands down, I can say that's the best thing you can do to lose weight, lose belly fat, whatever your goal is. Consistently doing the things that you set out to do to help you will be the number 1 factor in helping you to achieve your goal. And this is true for not just weight loss, it's true for not just trying to lose belly fat, it's true for any goal that you set for yourself. Consistently doing the things that you say you're going to do to help you get to your goal, it's paramount for you achieving your goal. So I consistently went to the gym, and actually I worked out at my house for the most part. And I'll share with you some of my workouts that I did. Nothing fancy. I literally just went to YouTube, found somebody that I trusted and I felt like she had great workouts, and I just stuck with her. So consistently working out, consistently eating the foods that I chose that I felt like would help me along my journey. And you can find videos on the right types of foods to eat everywhere on the internet. I mean, that is no secret. We all know what we need to do. It's just consistently doing what we're supposed to do. It's where the problem is. So consistency, I would say, was the number 1 thing that helped me lose belly fat and gain my 4-pack abs. Number 2, changing my diet. Now, I really did not have to change my diet drastically because I was someone who really did not eat that unhealthy. I was someone who really did not drink a lot of sodas. I did not drink a lot of juices. I stopped doing all of that a long time ago. I would say after I became a nurse and then transitioning to medical school, I really not cleaned down my diet completely, but I cut out a lot of unhealthy things. So sodas, chips, those types of things, I really didn't eat them a lot. So there wasn't really a lot to clean up when it came to my diet. However, there were some things that I was doing that were not helping my situation. Like I ate oatmeal for breakfast a lot, which oatmeal is great. Oatmeal is wonderful. However, what you put in the oatmeal, on the other hand, is where the problem can be. So I am from Liberia. I am Liberian. And when we eat oatmeal, we put milk. Lots and lots of milk. And I'm talking about the powdered milk, like the needle milk or the peak milk. If you go to the farmer's market or if you go to the African market, you'll see that. So I put a lot of milk, and I will put sugar, not a lot of sugar, but I will put sugar in my oatmeal. And then I will put bananas. I love bananas in my oatmeal. Now, after putting all of those things, it just makes it to have so much more calories than I wanted to have. So what I did was, after doing some research, listening to a lot of podcasts and doing my own research, I found that just changing your breakfast, literally just changing your breakfast, is one of the main things that you can do to help you lose weight, lose belly fat. Because remember, we really cannot target a specific area to lose fat. When you start to lose weight, most of the time, your body chooses where it's going to lose weight from. That's just a fact of life. Even though there's some new research coming out now saying that you may be able to spot reduce fat, but that's still in the early stages. And so we really don't know how true that is. But for now, we know that we really cannot spot reduce fat. What we can do is do things that will help us to lose fat and, in essence, lose belly fat. So one important thing you can do is to change your breakfast. By changing your breakfast, I mean eat a high protein breakfast and avoid sugary foods for breakfast. Like a lot of us eat a lot of cereal for breakfast, and just look at the nutritional facts on your cereal box. I mean, some of them have like 20 grams of sugar, 19 grams of sugar, 15 grams of sugar. And these are all added sugar. So if we can avoid eating those foods for breakfast and instead choose foods that are high in protein and high in fiber, we set ourselves out for a better day or better choices throughout the day. So for me, what has worked for me personally is I would have 1.5 slices of toast, and this is usually whole grain toast. And I will use some almond butter, so raw almond butter. I make my own raw almond butter at home. If you don't have the time to do that, you can get the raw almond butter at Walmart. It's a bit on the expensive side. I think it's like $16.99 or something like that, but it's really good, and you can just, use that if you want to. That's actually really high in protein as well, so you're getting good protein from that. And then I do 2 eggs. I do one full egg, and then I do one egg white. And I have that with some vegetables. So some mornings I could have some broccoli. Most mornings what I have is I'll saute some onions and green peppers and tomatoes, and that will be my breakfast. And I will have a handful of either strawberries or blueberries, or a mix of strawberries and blueberries. And I'm telling you, that is so good. It's so filling, and you can actually go several hours without feeling hungry. And then for lunch, I'm a Liberian girl, and we have to have rice. We have to have rice. I'll have some brown rice, and I'll have maybe some greens that we make at home. Um, like I mentioned, I'm Liberian, so we eat a lot of greens. So potato greens, cassava leaves, things like that. The only thing now is to really be intentional about not putting a lot of oil, and reducing the amount of salt that we cook and things like that. Just those types of little changes that we make. And for dinner, we'll have something similar. Out of the same thing that I made for lunch, or we'll make something else. Like my mother-in-law may make some chicken, or we'll make some fish. We've really been intentional about incorporating a lot of fish and chicken into our diet. So I'll have maybe like a chicken salad for dinner, or I'll have a salad with some baked fish or some roasted fish for dinner instead of having rice. So the third thing is strength training. Now, strength training is so important. I'm not somebody who likes a lot of cardio. I don't like to run a lot. And so strength training for me was paramount in my journey. And I did a lot of strength training. And strength training is so good because it helps you burn fat, but it also helps you build muscle. Because what happens is after we turn 30, we automatically start to lose muscle, regardless of what you're doing. If you're exercising, if you're not exercising, I mean, whoever you are, after 30 years old, you start to lose muscle. And so it's really important to incorporate strength training in your workouts so that you can build muscle to keep up, or to make more muscle so that your muscle loss does not catch up with the amount of muscle that you're gaining, if that makes any sense. So your strength training to increase your muscle mass so that the muscle that you're losing automatically is not more than the muscle that you're gaining. And another really important benefit of strength training is that you're able to lose fat from around your organs when you strength train, which is so important because a lot of people carry fat around their organ. And have you seen those people who their belly fat is like, their belly is so taut, like it's hard? That's the type of belly fat that is really dangerous, because that's the fat that is around your organ instead of the fat that is just hanging. So that type of fat, strength training, it's really important for that because it's more effective at burning that type of fat, which is so important for you for your health. And so I'm not saying that cardio is not good. Cardio is actually excellent, especially for your heart health and for your brain health, because there's new research coming out now that says that strength training does not really give a lot of the benefits that come from brain health from exercising as compared to cardiovascular training, which is, cardio like running and things like that. They're thinking that it's probably related to the consistent elevation in your heart rate when you run, as compared to when you strength train, you really don't have that consistent elevation in your heart rate. But, the research is new, so we still need to, look to new research coming out about that. But apparently, cardiovascular training, which is cardio, is supposed to really help with your cognitive function. So, all of the benefits that we get from exercising, like brain function, increasing dopamine, serotonin, all of the good things that happen in our brain when we exercise, you get more of that from cardio than you do from strength training. So, just mixing it up, but do not neglect strength training because it's so good. And the recomposition of your body. I mean, like, I did not set out to really, change my body to really look a certain way, but inevitably that has happened. My body has changed drastically from what it was before to what it is now. So, and the only thing I can attribute that to is strength training. So those are the three things that I did to completely change my body, to get my 4-pack abs. And I'm sure you're saying 4-pack. I feel like, even though I feel like I have a great body recomposition now, but the last two lower muscles that make up, the 6-pack, they just refuse to show up. And so I was like, okay, I'm still happy with what I have now. So that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the information I provided, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be sharing more of this type of information on this channel. Just things that can help us to get healthy, stay healthy, and prevent illnesses and diseases. I'll be talking more about some of the more common diseases that plague our society, like diabetes and hypertension, and things that we can do to keep them away from us, or if we already have them, things that we can do to reverse or diminish the effects that they have on our lives. I'll see you in the next video.